Hey guys, we're going to review Walt Disney World's Coronado Springs Resort, which we stayed at in June of 2016.
Which, by the way, we stayed there with my sister and her family.
Yep, had an awesome time. So we kept trying to decide, do we really want to do this review, because we know it's under renovation right now. So if you don't know that, right now Coronado Springs is under a pretty massive renovation. However, we finally decided to do it because they are building a 15-story high-rise, which will of course be new and different, and it's supposed to have a restaurant bar on the top, and I have a feeling you'll be able to see fireworks probably from either Hollywood Studios or Epcot from there.
So is the whole thing getting redone, or like some of the rooms that we stayed in that
yes.
still exist?
My understanding is, this could totally change, so don't take my word for it, but everything I've read online on news reports and such is that the rooms will still be there, but they're going to get essentially, I guess, gutted and freshened. You know what I mean? Like all new stuff. There may even be pictures of new rooms out there on the web. I'll put a link below to WDW-NT News. He has done a pretty good job covering, actually he's done a very good job covering the renovations at Coronado. So I'll link just to their general blog, and you can look through his news for updates on it. But in any case, it's going to take till 2019. I actually saw that on his website, that's the date. So we figure it's worth doing because that means it's going to take them 2 years to get through all those buildings. And even if they got them, it doesn't change the pool, it doesn't change the main house unless they change that. So a lot of the things will still be relevant.
So jump into pros and cons?
Yeah.
Of the resort?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Pros for me was, I love what's the name of the quick service?
Pepper Market.
Pepper Market. And my sister and her family, I think everyone enjoyed it.
I loved it.
It's actually something I look forward to, because I think we had dinner there every evening.
I think so.
I think so. And we did some breakfast there too.
We did.
Yeah, I think people were looking forward to it.
The food was good. The variety was good. And don't let the name scare you if you don't like spicy food. I can't eat spicy food. It makes me ill, and I didn't have any problem finding food there. I didn't have any problem finding a great gluten-free food selection. And then we had two pescatarians, which, if you don't know that, that's a vegetarian that eats seafood, both Brian and his nephew, and they didn't have any problem getting both vegetarian and pescatarian options. So they have a huge option, like, other than the Pop Century food court, I can't think of any food court at Disney World that has a better selection than Pepper Market.
It's really good food.
And the atmosphere is nice in there too. It's very festive, and I did not find it as noisy as like the Pop Century food court. It's a little nicer.
Crowded,
it's not as crowded, and I just felt like the whole decor was a little nicer than most of the food courts.
Yeah.
It's really classy, I guess.
Probably another pro, the pool.
The pool.
We got a lot of pool time in this trip.
Of all the pools we've been to at Disney World, which is a lot of them, there's very few that we haven't stayed at and been to. That's probably my second favorite pool after Beach Club.
I will say I really enjoyed the water slide there.
It has a great water slide.
Over and over.
It has that giant pyramid at the main pool, but you don't go down the pyramid. I think a lot of people assume that the slide is there. It's around to the side of the pyramid, but that looked like a super fun slide, because you and one of my nephews rode it a lot.
Yeah.
I actually went down several times.
I actually outrode it. I think he got tired of it, and then I kept riding.
Yeah, and the pool is massive. I think that's why I loved it. Even though there were tons, it was in the middle of June, so there were tons of people. It did not feel crowded, and there was tons of seating in the shade. You could get out of the sun. The hot tub was in the shade, which, if you understand Florida summer heat, you'll know why that's important. They had like roasting marshmallows every night for the kids.
Doing tie-dye shirts.
Other activities. They have ping pong tables. This is at the pool. Volleyball court, like sandy volleyball court. They have a food, like, quick service there and a full bar. So you can we spent hours there and not need to leave. I mean, it's really nice. Yeah.
Any pros? What are the pros for you?
I like the room size. The rooms are a really generous size. We stayed in a standard room. And
we had an amazing view.
This is both a pro and a con. We got an amazing view, but you can't request well, you can request anything you want to, but you can't pay extra to get a better view.
To lock in
it's
to a water view.
Standard view, and we happen to have a lake view, but you can also get a standard view and look at the parking lot. So,
which is weird. It's like Disney's missing opportunities there to make money.
Well, and they may change that after the renovation. You never know.
Good
Or
point.
any day they may change that. But at least at the time we stayed there, because at first I thought we got a free upgrade, and then I looked into it, and no, all the rooms were standard. So
that's a wonderful view.
Now, don't get me wrong, they have other room types because this is a convention resort, and so they do have like presidential suites and other suites. They have some really expensive fancy rooms for the convention, but I'm talking about the normal standard Disney resort rooms.
Yeah.
Any other pros that you can think of? I would say the landscaping. All Disney resorts have beautiful landscaping, but this had truly
amazing.
beautiful landscaping.
We actually walked around the entire loop.
I'll put a link here or here. You'll see it pop up at the top.
Oh, that's right, you videoed.
I videoed the whole walk. Don't worry, I sped it up. You don't have to watch us walk a mile on normal my speed. And it's just, it really is amazing. It's beautiful. It's a mile all the way around the lake, so really nice.
Yep.
Anything else? Oh, Rix Bar. And both with Pepper Market and Rix Bar, it could change with these renovations, but I haven't yet heard of them going away. Rix Lounge is a bar over in the main building where the Pepper Market is.
That's right next to the Pepper Market.
And it's my understanding, please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, is it's run by the same people who run La Cava de Tequila.
It seemed like it because it had the same.
It had the same stop.
The same flight, right? The tequila
same
flight.
exact tequila flight, same exact, everything you could get at La Cava you could basically get there. And that's the, if you're not familiar with it, that's the tequila bar in Epcot in the Mexico Pavilion. Anyway, it was fantastic. It was like a quieter, less crowded version of La Cava de Tequila. It was really great.
And sometimes I really question myself walking into La Cava because of the noise, the crowds. It's popular. People love it.
So this was nice. I think that was a nice reprieve as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know, is there anything else that we need to cover with the pros?
I think that
seems short though, and I really enjoyed it. I have to say, it's up there.
The beds were nice.
The beds were so comfortable. That's a huge pro.
Yeah.
They were way more, like we stayed at Port Orleans French Quarter. I'll put a link to that review. That was the big downside there. The beds were not comfortable. The beds at Coronado were amazing, and this is pre-reno. They had, I think it's because it's a convention hotel, so they have really great mattresses. Anything else?
I think that's it. So cons for me, top of my mind is depending on where you're staying, you know, which building I guess they call it. Is that what you call it? Or section?
They have 3 sections. They have casitas, rancheros, and cabanas. And I believe we were in the cabana section.
In my opinion, we were far away from
Pepper Market.
Pepper Market.
We were really far from the Pepper Market and from the Rix Lounge and from where you check in. Luckily, we drove on this trip since we brought all our family with us. There were 6 of us. So flying was out of the question for that many people. But if we had flown, you're a long way when you check in. Now, I did see them driving people around on golf carts with their luggage. So I think they would help you get to your room with your luggage because, you know, you could essentially have to walk a half a mile from the front if you're at the opposite side of the lake. Now, as part of the renovation, they're going to build bridges across the lake so that you no longer have to walk all the way around. And there is one bridge right now,
but it seemed like a toss-up.
It didn't make a big difference. We timed it. We had our nephews go one way and we went one way, and it really wasn't much difference. But they're adding additional bridges to cut down on the distance. But I would still recommend the cabana section if you enjoy the pool, because we were right next to the main pool.
And we were close to a quiet pool, which we hung out there a few nights too.
And the quiet pool had a laundry as well, which we utilized. So yeah, I liked where we stayed, but yeah, we were pretty far from the main building.
Internal bus service.
That's the biggest negative.
Well, it's not.
No, not internal, just the bus service period.
Yeah, you're right. That's not a separate bus line for what's it, Fort Wilderness Cabins. Yeah. It's not an internal bus line.
It's just the bus.
The bus, like say Epcot, comes and hits every stop inside, and that got old. It
stops a lot, and also where we were staying, we were closest to the last bus stop. So it stopped multiple times before it got to us. And that was probably another big disadvantage of staying at the cabanas. By the time the bus got to us, it was completely full, standing room only. And when we came back from a park, we were the last people to get off, unless we got off at the first stop and walked, which we did sometimes, just to not have to ride it all the way around. So, and also we had to wait upwards of 40 minutes multiple times for a bus.
It did seem slow.
The bus service just... I felt like this was one of the weaker resorts for bus service.
Yeah.
I don't understand why it's not consistent, but we've noticed that some resorts, you always have pretty good bus service. Other resorts, and it's not even by money, because Pop Century has some of the best bus service. So it's not even necessarily the cost, but this definitely had lacking bus service.
Oh, I would mention, we can't speak about the sit-down restaurant there. We
didn't eat there.
We looked at the menu. It looked kind of interesting, but we didn't do it, so we can't speak to that at all.
No.
What other cons? It's actually not many. I mean, it was a good.
The bus was the big. I think that was the main reason we said we wouldn't go there a lot, was just the bus service.
We'll mention, you know, if you used to go to this resort a long time ago and you're thinking about going again, they did remove, remember the seats or swings or something? Oh, hammocks. Hammocks. Because of the...
Unless they've added them back, because we were there right during the whole alligator scare. If you're not familiar with that, you can go back and look at the news. For June 2016. And so they were in the process of putting fences up. So they had taken all the hammocks down. Have they put them back up since? I have no idea.
I got a feeling they probably won't.
I have a feeling they won't either, because they're trying to keep people off the beach area
they don't
now.
Encourage it, so,
right. So yeah, don't expect those hammocks.
I remember we were there, and I think some people on Twitter was asking about that, right?
Yep.
And they were like upset that it was
the hammocks were gone. Yeah.
It's a bummer.
Oh, and also I forgot to mention, in addition to Rix Lounge, also at the front near the main building, there's an outdoor bar called the Laguna Bar.
Oh yeah.
Again, all this is subject to change with the renovation, because we don't know what they're doing to all these bars and restaurants. But that was really nice too.
Yeah, my sister got some stuff there,
And it's a beautiful view of the lake. It's right on the lake. Yeah. It's a really pretty place.
The lake is gorgeous.
Lake is beautiful. So I think that's it for cons. So we already talked about the pool. The next topic's the pool, and I think we talked a lot about that.
So is it just one main pool and then quiet pools?
There's multiple quiet pools. Okay. Honestly don't know how many. I would assume one per section. So the 3
I remember at least seeing 2, so definitely 2. Maybe more.
Oh, one more con. This did not affect us at all, but I've heard other people complain about it. When we were there, if there was a convention going on, I didn't see her. I saw a few businessy people, but not many. But I've heard some people say they don't like that, because then they don't feel like they're on vacation because they see people in business suits. I don't care. I'm on vacation, so I don't care what other people are doing. So we already pretty much covered all the dining, so I'm not going to bring that up again.
Although we'll mention about dining, I think at least one day we actually got some nice salads from the...
Oh, that's a good point. They have a grab and go. In addition to the pepper market, it's actually completely separate from the pepper market. They have a whole section. It's not even in the gift shop either. It's just a little grab and go. And they have a huge selection though.
I think you were getting a Cobb salad.
Cobb salad, which was fantastic.
You know, which is kind of usual to see quinoa, you know. And it was really good.
They had good salads. We did that, I think, more than once. Yeah. They grabbed those salads.
That's where they had
fresh.
The ice cream, right?
They had ice cream and desserts in there as well.
Coffee drinks, maybe?
Let's not quote that,
because
we don't drink coffee. But anyway, that was also neat, because I don't think I've seen that at any other resort. So I'm wondering if it's because of the convention center.
Probably so, yeah. Because the grab and goes at other places never...
Not compared to this. This was huge.
Yeah, never look attractive to me, but this was really good.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Didn't it have sushi or something too?
I think
it
so.
did. Yeah.
Well, I think all grab and goes have that sushi.
But all this is subject to change, of course. I'm sure they rotate the food. We already covered transportation, so we're not going to talk about that. So, I mean, to summarize, the bus service wasn't good when we were there. Has it improved since then? Maybe. And expect to walk a lot. You're going to have to walk a lot to get. Meaning, if you stay near the pepper market, you're going to have to walk a long way to get to the main pool. If you stay at the main pool, at least till they finish these bridges, you're going to have to walk a ways to get to, so just expect to walk. Decor, this is obviously something that's going to definitely change with the renovation.
Well, they keep the same thing though, right? No?
We don't know.
Southwest thing?
I would assume because I doubt they'll change the name of the resort, so I would assume. But I was speaking to the room decor. That may completely, totally change. But yeah, he's right. It has a Southwestern American overall theme, and then
they pulled off well.
The room, I was surprised because when I think of Southwestern United States, I think of warm colors like reds and oranges and yellows. And the Pepper Market area definitely had that, but the rooms were actually relaxing blues and whites and dark wood bed, for the heads for the bed. And then they had one sink, and that's something I heard is changing with the renovation. Supposedly they're going to 2 sinks, and that they definitely need that because the other moderate resorts do have 2 sinks, so that's a good thing. And then it had a shower and tub in a separate room, and it was just okay. I mean, I can see where they're updating them. I think the shower and toilet room especially could use updating. It looked, dated. It was clean and nice, but it looked dated. But the room was nice, decor, relaxing. I
mean, my sister's family, so it was 4 of them, and they looked fine in their room. We had adjoining rooms, which was nice.
That was nice, having the adjoining rooms. And then the other thing that I would mention is they used to have, because you may have heard of this, they used to have Donald Panchito and I always forget the other guy's name. Sorry, I'm going to lose my Disney card for this. But anyway, it was a topiary of them near the Pepper Market. They took it out, and I don't think it's ever been put back. However, they showed up at the Flower and Garden Festival, so I think they may have gotten relocated to Epcot. They're on a tour.
So maybe they'll go to Paris next. I don't know.
So I'm just saying, if you've heard of that, don't expect that to be either, because I don't think it is anymore. They do still have a gift shop that's called Panchito's, and it has him over the top of it.
It's a big gift shop.
It's a nice gift shop. Yeah. And then last but not least, stick around. We are going to now show you our room tour that we did while we were there. All right, here we are at our room at Coronado. It's my first time seeing it too. This is awesome. We have a view of the lake. Wow. This is actually a standard room. I'm shocked. Wow. And a nice desk. 2 queen beds, very nice. And it feels great in here. It's actually really cool. TV, adjoining room. Come in! Oh, pretty doors to the bathroom. And looking for a light. Bathroom, very nice. Safe. Oh, weird, it's still a key safe. I haven't seen one of those in a while. And toilet and shower. Very nice. So thanks for watching this Coronado Springs Resort review. I hope that it's been helpful to you. Just a real quick afterthought. There's almost no Disney theming. So if you're going there expecting Disney, this is probably not the best place to go. The main Disney theming was the gift shop, the Panchito, and they might change that. You never know.
We're suspecting it's because it's a convention resort.
Maybe. But there was very, very little Disney anything. So that's one thing I would say. If you really want full-on Disney, this might not be the resort.
If you got children, looking to see like Mickey Mouse
characters,
this is not it.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not. But if you're adults and you like a nice, serene, relaxing, beautiful environment,
I kind of like that. My resorts is go to parks for that
full-on Disney,
and then I like to unwind at the resort.
I agree. But if you had children, I think that'd be different.
Yes.
I think that'd be very different. So anyway, thanks for watching. As always, we appreciate subscribes, likes, shares, and comments. Bye.